2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now. 90 Wolf. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Chance.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
You draw Corker. Yep. You got motion, man. You got motion, man. Hey, Wahoo. Hard.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 52 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in, but when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, it brings me right out of my seat. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsay. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
There is no doubt that Geno Atkins is really strong and stout at the point of attack. But I love his suddenness, the ability to make plays, to be in one spot, and then whoosh, he's gone. And into the offensive backfield, he's a heck of a player.
And there, a big TFL, tackle for loss.
Hard to believe that his father, Gene Atkins, was an NFL defensive back. He's bred this big defensive tackle.
Ready. 57. Bravo. I got you, boy. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Hey, tight. Now.
Locke taking the snap at 1. Eluding the pressure right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here we go. 30 base. Here we go.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. The Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Take a break. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Check 50. Go out.
Finding room at the 30. And he cuts it right sideline. 23 yards the pickup there.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
Let's go. 60 or. We want it. Come to my world. What's it? 61. Matchbox lights. Hey, Alpha. Say. 5.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Ball going deep here for Taylor. That's going to be caught. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Taywan Taylor, his second touchdown on the season. And the Titans have taken the lead. Extra point put through by Suckup. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Lock to throw on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Zipper. Hey, Orbit. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense. Get it.
On 3rd and long, it's locked. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Christian Travis. Check out.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down. They almost gave it right back to him there with another interception of their own. And to be honest, he probably should have caught that and picked it off.
And he knows it, and he'll see it in film, and he'll see it in his dreams tonight when it's all said and done. But you almost felt like the excitement had been ramped up, and they were trying to get a big play right after that one.
Go. Check 13. Check 31. Check 31. Recon, 132 fighter. Snap.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. The 40. Past the 20. 10. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a 3rd down. They got the ball in great field position after the fumble, but this defense trying to stand tall.
They certainly are, and a lot of times after you pick up a fumble or get an interception, you have momentum on your side. You kind of walk through a defense and score. Not so fast, not in this case.
57's right. Come.
They'll try to run with Lindsey, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Philip Lindsey, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Ready? 18, Gator.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. It's caught by Davis. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. A big play that time for the Titans. 47 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Protein spell. Hey, echo.
They'll set up a throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was trying to go back to Corey Davis there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they? When they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown. And this one, they help force another incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey.
2nd and 10. This one caught by Davis. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Henry out of the pistol. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that will knot us up at 10. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
This will be taken very short. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They'll run here with Lindsey. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29. What's the run? They're running it. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. All day, dog. Yes. Mike 29. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our. Let's go. Ready?
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Ready.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Defense, let's go. Check 90. Defense.
Clock now on 1st down. He'll find Lindsey here. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. All tied up at 10. 2 minutes left in the 1st half. And we remind remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. 7 yards there and a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field, and that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Watch out, watch out.
A run with Lindsey out of the gun, finding some room at midfield, and brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
Brings up 2nd down at the 49-yard line.
Let's go now. 60 Pittsburgh.
Who that? Who that? 29 is Mike. Mike 29. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. Check, 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 check. Alert flare, alert flare, flare, flare.
5, 5. Go.
Banjo.
5.
From just shy of midfield, Locke. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Locke going to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. A 2nd quarter score, meanwhile, down in Arizona. And the Cardinals scoring again. They've got that one in cruise control. That'll be a game to monitor as we go along.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Hey, lock it.
Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Hey, box drop, box drop. Get it.
2nd and 3. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. 2nd time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On 2nd and 9, Locke. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Granted, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion.
Mike 29. Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Hey! Hey, Delta.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29.
On 3rd down, Locke going top shelf for Smith. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They'll run with Lindsey. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Gay's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting, and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. 2nd and 14. And he hits the running back, Dion Lewis. It's a gain of 9 yards, and it'll be 3rd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
83 yards receiving now for him on the afternoon as he's got a 1st down here.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Hey, Alpha.
My five. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds Taylor, complete. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. A big play that time for the Titans. 43 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Go.
Mike 5.
22 jet bomber. 10.
Under 10.
Hey, high 7. Now.
They'll look to throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
A 2nd down run with Lewis. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Dion Lewis, his 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that will shave one more off this lead. 27, now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Ready.
A quick pass out to Juju. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Ready.
Mike 29.
Hey, Orbit.
29 is the Mike 29. Focus, defense, focus.
Deep grip.
Throwing on 2nd down. Lock. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this 2nd half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Lock now. 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10.
Switch. Check.
Hey, Echo.
On 1st down, Lock. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. And he will find his man on the outside. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down. Locke now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Locke. His throw caught right around the 6. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
6 down. Check 5. Get it.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Second and goal from inside the 5.
Let's get this. Switch.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Shit.
Now.
Hold.
Now.
They'll run again with Harris. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
Hey, check 24.
Look at me. Go. Leo.
Check 37.
2nd and 13. They'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
218, top. Drop it. Look at me, zipper. Hey, Charlie. Go. Bam.
Slam. Rush in. Go.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read.
Well, now Lindsey lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, Delta.
They're going to look to throw. They will find Davis. That's complete. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit. Back to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
He's got his man. It's Williams. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Go on.
Check back. Watch twist. Watch twist.
Back to throw here. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10.
Hey, Zoo. Look, squeeze.
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's Brett Kern now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And taken right on the 30. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest.
Ready.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Defensively, there's still 3 timeouts. Do you even need to use them at this point?
I think a lot of coaches do it anyway, and it seems like cosmetics to us.
Does it just send him nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. And an alley to run. So this one will wind up a Denver victory.